leans back, looks you dead in the eye, and says, "You seem fake." And you watch the other managers get up and leave. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honorable guests, have you ever been vulnerable? Let me back up. Being vulnerable can be terrifying. You might have felt this on a first date, at a job interview, or while speaking. But vulnerability saved my life. It is the best way to connect, and I'm going to tell you how. My story starts moving to Utah from Wisconsin. Bailey, my girlfriend and paleontologist, dreamed about the bones she could excavate. Now starting to dig Utah myself. We were already planning on camping trips for the first time and getting other things off the checklist. Get a job, check. Drive 22 hours to Utah, check. Get an apartment by a park so Bailey can see plenty of dogs, check. Before we even got to put our tents up, everything blew up in my face. That job I got quickly turned into me being laid off. Bailey couldn't find steady work, and because of that, our apartment was turned into a game of how fast can you go broke? Guys, we were so broke. One day, Bailey went outside. She picked leaves off of a tree, put ranch on it, and called it a salad. I thought she lost it. We were going down fast. Lose a job, check. Lose an apartment, check. Lose your medical benefits, being type 1 diabetic, check. We hit rock bottom. And our floor dropped even lower. We found out that 2 girls Bailey grew up with, girls so close, she called them sisters, died in a boating crash. You mix unemployment, nowhere to live, and the deaths of 2 people you call family. You lose a lot of hope. I told Bailey I wanted to move back to my old job, but she wanted to stay. We wanted to be together, but our paths were slowly drifting apart. And then, finally, we got a glimmer of hope. An interview with a dreamlike company. In the interview, the stakes were basically, get the job and keep your girl, or don't get the job, move back home to Wisconsin alone. No pressure. I was in the interview, and I put my best interview game face on. I was presenting on my qualifications, what I've done well professionally in the past, and with some smiles and head nods, I was doing all right. That's when my potential boss said, "You seem fake." While the other managers left, tears started swelling in my eyes. I was going to have to go back to Bailey, tell her that I had failed. And it was over. He said to me, "We get 1,000,000 mats every day talking about the same things. I want to know, why does Matt want this job?" There it was. My last chance. I chose to be vulnerable. I shared with him how I was leaf-eating broke. How losing the apartment, I was unintentionally fulfilling the dream of camping by living in a tent. And how my relationship was hanging on this interview. It felt strange to be that open in the biggest moment of my professional life. Danny responded. He shared with me a time he went through a similar experience. Because I chose to be vulnerable, he in turn was vulnerable. I left that interview not knowing what to think. On one hand, it was great that we could relate. On the other, I just told my potential boss I ate leaves. I asked Bailey on the drive home, was I too open? I got a phone call at that moment that answered that question. I got the job. Not only did I get that job, I was promoted within 2 months. I got to travel to places like New York, LA, and Vegas while bringing some money back into my bank account. And Bailey, she got a job and is getting connected in the paleo field. We survived this relationship death race. And I've gotten to travel to places like the Grand Canyon while being more in love than that canyon is deep. It takes guts to be vulnerable. In any pursuit, being vulnerable is the best way to connect. Choose to be vulnerable. Be authentic. Be courageous. And be you. Vulnerability saved my life. Toastmasters.